Tonight, a warning for homeowners. You may not be the only one with a key to your house. Thieves are using something called bump keys to break into homes. Information about how to buy and use these readily available keys has exploded on the internet. Keith Cade has more on the potential threat in this 8 on Your Side crime tracker.
I got a hint from somebody on the internet.
The secret is out. There is a key that can open just about any locked door. It's called a bump key. Insert the key into a locked door, give it a bump, and you're in.
And voila.
Locksmiths have used bump keys for decades. So have savvy burglars.
It's been going on ever since they came out.
Locksmiths around the country are suddenly sounding the alarm because hundreds of websites, some with video tutorials, have popped up on the internet showing how easy it is to make, buy, and possibly abuse bump keys.
Can you show me? I can try.
As I quickly learned, it doesn't take long to figure out.
Oh my goodness.
This is one of the reasons why we're telling you about bump keys. Orange County Sheriff's detectives recently arrested 2 Polk County men suspected of using bump keys to break into homes all over Central and South Florida. At the home of Ramon Rivera, they found watches, jewelry of all kinds, including a World Series ring, plasma TVs, video game systems, and credit cards. And although it happens in the Bay Area, lock bumping is a hard crime to prove.
From my knowledge, I only know of 2 instances in the last 3 or 4 years of this type.
That doesn't mean it hasn't happened more often. Someone using a bump key can enter and exit a home or business without a trace. Since they're using a key, there's no evidence of forced entry. Here's another reason you need to know about bump keys. Locksmiths are convinced their trade secret is no longer a secret, and in time it could be a major safety issue. Law-abiding citizens need to be warned. These keys are in circulation.
Thousands. Everywhere you have a key, even a cut key, you can make it into a bump key.
How am I going to protect myself from someone who may have checked out an internet website and learned how to operate and use a bump key?
The only way to do it is to have a lock that is basically unbumpable.
Standard locks have a single locking point, but high security locks use multiple locking systems, making them much more difficult, if not impossible, to bump. Using these high security locks on your home will cost you several $100s, but the investment could be worth the peace of mind. Master locksmith Austin Curry knows he could be criticized for talking about bump keys. So do police officers and TV reporters, for that matter. But this is information you need to know to protect yourself from a potential crime that is no longer locked in secret.
There it is, folks. Door number 2 open without a trace.
Some door locks are more susceptible to bump keys. Older locks that have been used repeatedly are the easiest targets. Apartment and condominium locks, which use the same or similar models, are also vulnerable. We want to give you a few more 8 on Your Side tips to protect your home. Buy a high security lock. Medeco is the brand our locksmith recommends, but there are others, of course. Invest in a security system and use it. Install a chain or a sliding lock on your door. And one security expert actually called tonight to say that people should also make sure the screws in their door hinges are the long screws so that thieves and burglars can't just kick it in, lock and all.
A lot of work we have to do to get everything up to par, don't we?
You got to protect yourself from the criminals, you bet.
Now, Tampa police say they haven't seen many of these being used, but that's certainly not the case in other parts of the Bay Area.
Well, at least they haven't seen it and can't prove it. I mean, Bradenton out there reported a rash of probable bump key crimes earlier this year, and hundreds more are suspected in Manatee County. But again, it's hard to say how many of these crimes are committed because the keys leave little to no evidence that they've been used to enter a home, and there are no laws against bump keys or lock bumping in the state of Florida.
All right, Keith, interesting and helpful to know what to do, to make things better in our own homes.
If you're a homeowner, I think it's information you really should at least consider improving your locks. Yeah.
Thanks.